Good morning. Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Devo Brown with you. And whether you call them haters, sticks in the mud, party poopers, the Karens of the world, whatever they might be, toxic people in our lives bring down our productivity, your happiness, and well-being. So, okay, here's what we got to do. We got to get these toxic people out of your life. So we've got someone that know better, and she is Canadian, and she loves this. She's got a best-selling book for all of us to check out. It's called Swagger, Unleash Everything You Are and Become Everything You Want. Leslie Ehm is joining us this morning. Good morning, Leslie.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Look, I've done that. I got the toxic people out of here, or you at least keep them at arm's length, but it's sometimes easier said than done. First of all, what are the classic signs of a toxic person?
Those people that just make you feel crappy every time you're around them. It's not rocket science. It's if you are around these people and you feel like they're sucking all the energy out of you and giving nothing back to your life, and every time you're spending time with them, you feel like you need kind of an emotional detox or a cleanse. That's a really good indicator of the fact that they are toxic people who have no place in your life.
All right, you got some tips for us, and you got quite a few. So I want to run through them here, starting with you can't be for everyone, and that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, if we try and be for everyone, we end up being for no one because we become this bland vanilla version of ourselves. And when people don't accept us for who we are, instead of thinking there's something wrong with us, you might want to consider for a second that the issue is theirs and not yours, that you're all good. You're just not the flavor that they like. So think of it from your own perspective first and make choices for yourself about who you want to be around, and don't assume that you need to be accepted by everybody. That's not the way that this world needs to be. It's okay if people don't get you.
And some of us happen to be, oh, I don't want to be mean to anybody. I want to be nice to everyone. And that kind of goes with the next one. You say make those boundaries clear.
Yeah, I mean, you got to tell people where they stand in this world. This is one of the powers of being a big grown-up. And you don't have to do it aggressively or with anger or whatever. It's just about absolute clarity. And the key to doing this is to take the you out of it. So it's not, hurtful, it's not aggressive. So instead, if somebody is making you feel upset or uncomfortable, you can say to them, hey, when this situation occurs, it makes me feel a certain kind of way. Can we talk about how we can fix that? And if the person doesn't want to, well, that kind of tells you everything that you need to know about them because you've asked respectfully and you've made it very clear as to what's working for you and what's not.
We find people in our lives that you hear them speak and you're like, I know you're lying. I know you're cheating on things. Like I know it. Do you confront that? Do you let them reveal themselves? What's the best way to approach it?
I put all of those people into the category of gaslighters. The people who behave in a certain kind of way but make you feel like you're wrong or bad or misinformed or quote unquote crazy. You're crazy. All of that stuff, that is just the most abusive kind of behavior that people can manifest. And instead of taking on board the things that they're saying, you've got to just trust that those people will out themselves for who they are. Because if you're seeing it in them, other people are as well. And if they do it to you in front of other people and you feel that you need to defend yourself, the key is to just calmly use facts. Because gaslighters don't like facts. They will twist the truth, but if you give them facts, you say, actually, that's incorrect, and let me tell you why. And you just keep coming back to them with facts. And other people will see them for who they are. But it's important that you see them for who they are.
That is great advice. The dread voice. Please explain what that is and why we need to listen to it.
When you have plans to go somewhere or there's an upcoming meeting or there's something going on and you know that that person is going to be there and you get this internal tingly, yucky feeling. It's like, ugh, I don't want to have to be around that person. That is the dread voice. That is history talking. It's the accumulation of enough negative encounters with a person to be a big red flag that this person is exuding toxicity. You need to listen to that voice. It's telling you something's wrong and that you need to do something. If somebody has generated that much toxic energy with you, it is time to let them go. And it is okay to ghost toxicity. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to be polite or nice. You can just put a big X over it and say, people, I'm done. I'm out.
We've got about a minute left here. The voice you should be listening to is the one that says you are worth it. And you got to remember to listen to that one.
Yeah, well, our stuff is a gift. It's like our loyalty, our friendship, our trust, all of that stuff is a gift. And if somebody doesn't want to accept it, hey, that's on them. You do you, boo, and I'm going to do me. It's all good. It's like a business relationship. If you're not getting the ROI, you need to cut your losses because they're withdrawing from the emotional bank account instead of putting into it.
Sometimes it's easier, as we mentioned, said than done right off the top because it's a family member. You give them a free pass, or how do you approach that?
Yeah, the same approach works with the boundary setting because remember, when you were little, you didn't have any power. So a lot of these patterns of potentially toxic behavior were set when you were little, and you really couldn't do anything about it. But now you can because you're a big grown up. Again, use that when this happens, I feel thing. And because the other person may not even realize that they're in this sort of negative, toxic pattern loop thing with you. So making them aware of it can be the first step to writing it. And again, if they don't want to fix it, you may have to be around them, but stop investing emotionally. Just stop investing because it's Charlie Brown and the football. You're not going to get anything back. History has proven it.
Leslie, you've written some great things and you've given us some great information today. People can check out your writing, Swagger, Unleash Everything You Are and Become Everything You Want by Leslie Ehm. Thank you so much for your advice this morning. Have a great day.
Be well.